Yeah, the big one was going to be a conjuration style, so kind of like how Alia's work, but it's just your hands,
Okay.
and so it kind of has that. You watch Hunter x Hunter?
I have not seen
Okay. What's another one where they use the super obvious Hindu style? The million hands
Gotcha.
kind of
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah, and then as he's
Magi is a good example of
yeah.
that.
I only really know the old dude from Hunter x Hunter. But so it would start out where like you can summon basically like a spectral hand.
Okay.
And it would go off of your base attack bonus. It would deal your unarmed damage. It would just be
an extra attack.
extra, and then as you trained your talent, you'd be able to get more. You'd just be able to
hands.
multiply them and possibly make them do other things, enchantments and different bullshits.
Okay.
That was the big main one. Other ones included general enhancement style talents that would be kind of like how Oozles works,
I
where
don't really want
you get stronger, you get faster, you have some kind of pool per day or some kind of
I like the hand.
yeah.
Yeah. I think we should go with that.
Then we'll go with that.
Cool.
So
Simple.
you can start with one.
Okay.
It's gonna have low hit points. It's gonna have a tenth of your hit
So
points.
it's not just like a time.
It's not
limit.
just an extra thing or an attack. No.
Okay.
You can summon it once a day. It has a tenth of your hit points, and that is what it is. It has to stay close. You can't send it out crazy like all you can George and stuff. It's really meant to be within your normal attack range. But you could, you get like a 15, 20 foot range on it kind of deal.
So animals like her now?
Well, they don't automatically. She has to earn, animals don't just automatically like people sometimes.
Now I'm just a dude.
Now you're just a human.
Yeah.
You could go back and with another year or two of retraining, you could pass the Huntress exams.
Probably not.
Probably not. Possibly not. Welcome back to Mad King, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
That knowing look, do you want to make the announcement?
No, I'll just look long, man.
I think maybe we'll just wait till the end.
Okay.
And
In the arms
Play the Sarah McLachlan commercial.
it is Donald's last stream. You moving out of town?
I'm
You're-
moving.
You're leaving us next week.
I graduated
Graduated.
with the bachelor's degree, and I'm going to move out.
So good.
Leaving the nest.
Little baby leaving the nest. Yeah.
Life happens.
Flight feathers in. It's gonna be good. If you find your way back to Junction, you're always welcome at the table, of course.
Hell yeah.
This is also our last stream for the whole year because we're taking tomorrow, Friday, and all of next week off because I am out.
It's the holidays.
He has
bitch.
a good job that lets him take
Oh, it's
vacations.
fuck. It's been 7
Plan your
seconds,
life
yeah.
accordingly.
Plan your life accordingly.
Some of us have to work the
be born
whole
with parents
time.
who own corporations that they want to hand down to you.
Yeah.
That was our decision,
It was a really tough decision when I was sitting up there. And the storks were in line. It's like, hey, this is who we got here. You go to Somalia. You could go over this way. You could...
Like, fuck it. Let's send this one.
That's just like, oh man, these are all such great choices. And then this one came. I was like, you know what? I don't want to take any of these really nice ones from someone else, so I'm just gonna go with the hyper rich parents.
My parents have money. That's the thing. They just don't love me enough to share it.
Right. It's my dad's close. My dad is much closer than I let on a lot of times to exactly that.
Greedy bitches, man.
Well,
They worked for it. It's theirs. It's fine.
he didn't.
I love you, Mom.
He's third generation. My great grandpa made the company.
Oh no, my dad.
And then
worked
my
his ass
grandpa
off
made
for
the
it.
company what it is. My dad realistically just maintained company status quo. He's made one huge decision, but we haven't touched that huge decision. That's like for me to do. It's more mining lands kind of thing.
No, my dad.
And it's
came
gonna be
from
a fucking
poor
nightmare.
man who had 12 children.
Yeah, there's my great grandpa, except not 12 children. He had less than that.
Very few of them.
He has
still.
11. I come
Harsh.
from a very impoverished home.
None
Where
of
the
my
1990s
great-grandpas
were in it
spoke
until
around.
about 2008.
We're learning backgrounds today. Wyatt's dad also. He's in our vote,
Yeah,
but a little just slightly closer to your side than to my side.
I turned
But that's-
16
it's-
and my
it's
parents were like,
his-
and that's it for you.
It's his fault because
I've been
he
poor
works at the
since
family
then.
business like I do, but it's in the medical industry, and Wyatt went for the music degree, of course,
Right.
which is awesome, super fun, and I'm glad that he's done what he likes. But you can't expect to take over your dad's medical practice if you have just a music degree. You gotta
I
be.
don't know,
You gotta
man.
be.
You can
in
heal
medicine.
with the power of music.
He could start up.
Except
He could transform his dad's legit, like really well received medical
see-
practice and just turn it into one of those quackery departments.
That is a
Yes.
legit thing, music therapy, but he didn't get that
And if
degree.
that doesn't work, make him laugh.
Oh shit.
He got.
There's absolutely yeah.
Was it performance
But
or
you
business? I can't
you
remember.
can't not for a bachelor's. That's masters and
master's?
up.
Okay.
Yeah, when you go to the music. So he still could.
He still could.
Wyatt, you could do music therapy
Why?
Options open.
and then dethrone your dad.
And then you have somebody
Long
who's got
live the
access to
king.
cool rocks that are healing as well.
It's
Fuck.
all those healing crystals are quartz based. And it's like
all
seven.
coming together.
It's like 75% of the Earth's crust. So like realistically, you could go out and just pick up anything, and you're golden.
Yeah.
75% of what you're gonna pick up outside, quartz
If this
based.
fails, new plan.
They just don't look as good as a lot of those crystals.
You can polish them up.
And my gravel pits don't produce crystals because it's all glacial and river gravel.
Yeah, but you could polish
It's all
them up.
just destroyed.
Most
Some of
people
those
don't know the
some of those
difference.
some of those stones polish up real nice. The
Oh, yeah.
diorites and,
I
and
had
some
like
of the
a really
granitics
cool
and stuff
rock
that we get.
polisher as a kid, and I just
Yeah.
scoop handfuls of gravel out of the driveway.
I've got a little rock polish, and then I've got I used to do jewelry making with my grandpa on my mom's side.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was part of the Gem and Mineral Club, and we'd make necklaces and bullshit. And then when he passed away, I got his. It's called a genie, the big polishing machine that you use to cut.
I had a really.
It's
cute
not for like
little one
diamond cutting. That's a
that
round
came in,
disc
like,
one.
some sort of children's
Yeah.
science.
Oh,
kit.
I've got like 5 of those sitting around. Who knows where at
It
this
wasn't
point?
anything fancy.
I got so many fucking rocks.
You can get the
It was like
exact same
60
ones
bucks.
marketed for adults for $30.
Yeah, yeah,
Same quality.
same quality.
Ooh, I can make glass. Like I have like the torch and everything to do glass beads.
Ooh,
I know how to do
those
that
would be
shit.
those would be fun.
It's
those
been a long time. It would take some practice. It's an art, so
Yeah.
it would take some
Oh,
practice
yeah,
to get good at
absolutely.
it again. But I can do that. It's pretty fun.
The other thing, I'm so disappointed.
Sometimes they blow up in your face.
Yay,
My
glass!
favorite.
My favorite, exploding glass,
Yeah.
molten shards. Yay!
Everywhere.
Nuts.
The one big thing that we pulled out of my pit, but we finished on that pit and haven't ran into the same seam as we used to get some dinosaur tracks, and those are the ones I got all around the house and stuff that I pulled out. So good. Where'd we leave off? We got to play some Dungeons and Dragons at some point.
Do we can just talk about it.
So,
Been a good solid like 8 minutes of this.
to the best of my knowledge,
I will talk about
we
rocks for a whole
have
stream.
finished up with Thoth. We're no
You've finished up with Thoth. You're no longer there. You were kicked off.
Yes, and we are
Once
we're
again.
not allowed.
Yeah.
We're not allowed back.
You
Once again.
100% this time are not allowed back.
Sure.
That he knows
Grugnug's allowed back.
That was
And
Mark.
now Mark is allowed back because Mark has been
Chosen
So,
by Thoth.
okay,
chosen
hold
by
on,
Thoth
hold on,
as
hold on,
well
hold on.
because he
Oh, yeah.
wanted some more influence.
Yeah, so Thoth is mad at us, but it's
yeah.
fine.
Thoth's a greedy bitch. He
Yeah.
already had one in your party and he's like, nah, I need another.
Exactly.
To those of you that just heard that burp, you're
So
welcome.
we found out that we found
So when are
out
you
that
leaving?
Aluma,
Yes.
sister,
Your sister Aluma.
Whatever her name is.
dude,
you
there
retrieve
was
Fafnir's sword
there was an Adara, there's an Aluma, and there's an Adora. Okay,
and an Alia.
and an Alia. All
All
right,
we need
so I
is
have
an
to.
Allegra.
I
Adora?
really like the A name.
I have to. So yeah, I have to double check.
Amelia,
But
Amelia was an E.
Alia. Is it an E?
Yeah, I liked it. I like it better spelled with an E, but it is Same,
Yeah.
same,
Has-
same sound.
Haslo,
I wrote it down,
Alia,
So
Illuma.
we found out that Illuma is in the Lone Tower. We cut a deal with Fafnir to make her power a lot less.
Change the scaling
Yeah.
and the stakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
change the power scale.
Which
for him.
man, he was such a big fan of, but it's his sword. So
Yeah.
Illuma got nerfed.
So yeah, we nerfed Illuma. However, now that
Yeah.
she's locked up in the Lone Tower, they're gonna find out that her power isn't as cool as it used to be. So we want to get her out before they deem her not useful, and turn her into a gross thing. But before we can attack the Lone Tower, we have to attack a fort that is essentially blocking the orcs from helping us with the Lone Tower.
yeah, Fort Resort,
Yes.
Fort
Yeah.
Resort.
which is the joke name.
And
Going
that
on
is
vacation.
that's
like the
where we
names
left
like that.
off. I'm pretty sure we're
Yes.
back at bronze right now.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was my
you're
request.
Fafnir also let you guys go by putting you back through the portal, not to where you were, just outside those castle,
Yeah.
but those library. It's basically a castle. Sky Castle.
The castle in the sky.
Hal's
Wrong one.
no?
Castle in the Sky is separate.
That's not Hal's
Howl's Moving Castle.
Hal's Moving Castle is
also
not the castle in the sky.
correct. Castle in the Sky is a kingdom.
I fucked myself
It's a
over
whole
bad
city.
now. Ooh, okay.
You
Yeah.
revealed you
Fuck
are
that.
not a true weep.
Yeah, I've revealed that a good many a times,
Yeah.
but I think that one might
Castle in the Sky is one of Studio Ghibli's first productions from 1982. I
that's
think.
the one with the girl.
He falls out of the sky.
There's a
there's,
Yeah.
there's a
Shut the
girl in
fuck up.
pretty much all of them.
Shut up.
it's all every single one.
You know the girl I'm
and a
talking
cat.
about.
It's
Yeah.
the one, yeah, the one on the screen.
And then the black shade
the
with the
hair
mask
and
the
is in all of
face.
them, right?
And the
No.
people
No?
No,
and the thing happened.
But that's in multiple ones at least.
Nope.
No?
no.
Which one's that
No
in?
Face is in one, and that's Spirited Away.
I could have swore that
There's
I've
a
seen
cat, though.
I could have swore that I've
That's true.
seen memes
She
with
does
that
not have a
thing
cat.
in
In
different
Spirited Away?
scenes that were not in Spirited Away.
Yeah, she shows up, and it's just her and her mom and dad.
There's a
There's no
cat,
cat.
Spirited Away though, isn't there? With the
It's been a
fucking
long time since
So-
I watched
bells?
any of those.
This
I don't think
whole
so.
D&D
I don't think it's
thing.
hers.
Nah.
I don't think
This
so.
whole Dungeons and Dragons thing.
But I
What's-
do know that the fucking flying pirate bitch
All right,
from Castle
so,
in the Sky
East, where
is
are we going?
the
So-
bog witch.
So how are we
from
gonna
Howl's
Lone
Moving
Tower?
Castle.
Yeah, so we have to
There's
get
pirates
the
in
we have to get the resource
there
first.
sure are.
So we have to rally
I was
forces.
literally a
to go
child
take
when
out-
I
I don't
watched
remember
these things.
any of that.
So
This was
So
like
the game.
I don't know if I've
years
seen
ago.
this
I'm gonna
fucking
go
movie
ahead.
now.
and
I own it. I'll bring you by
with
sometime.
Raymond and
We'll
all the
educate
people,
you.
and then we can rally
We'll do a
the
watch party on
forces
Get 'em on
Discord.
the phone.
to get, yeah.
Join our
No,
Discord.
no, because they're already at the.
Sorry,
already at the
PJ
fort.
boy.
All right.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah. So
PJ boy, I got some grievances.
all right, so that's what we're doing.
I fixed the Cloudbot Monday for PJ Boy just so he could go in and be like, oh, here's this huge donation to Tafa just to create chaos and strife for the players in the future. Completely unscripted madness. Love you, buddy.
So
but,
me and
but
Marquise
come
got
on.
a plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna call a war meeting with Raymond
Okay.
because we have to rally up all of our troops.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to check to see how many we have so far that the Ares Temple has made for us, or they're trained, I guess.
Right. You're well within your first year of operation. It has not made any warriors for you,
Damn it.
but you 100%
Always
have gone
enjoy.
from like,
Always.
peasant levies. Your standing militia is way better off than they ever have been. Way better off than they ever have been, however, means you've gone from your general troop being like a level 1 fighter to being like a level 2, 3. Some of your captains you could consider level 4 or 5. You do have some clerics around, of course, that are more like
Generally-
war specific, and mages that are more war specific.
Generally speaking, what level would you put the generic Mad King Mook at?
I've got, it depends, right? I've got
Are you
I've got
going right
generic
now or
Mad
not?
King stats made at level 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9.
Okay, so we're still on the low.
And so you are on the low end. And when you're talking like a fort resort, that is like the making a man out of you or you die kind of station. That is like the combat every day.
It sounds.
So
Lots-
we're talking
it
like a
sounds
level
like
5 to level
You're-
10.
If you
difference.
show up green to that fort, you're a veteran in 5 minutes. You know, like
So, I hear
Oh,
XP.
man.
So, yeah, can we raise up our people and
rally the banner. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You most certainly can. Most of your stuff is really focused on defense, but that's fine. You know, troops can move in formation. You've got infantry. You are a little heavier on like the archer
so
and
I
like
would
support staff side of things. but-
like Raymond to roll a wisdom check. How likely are we to be attacked while our entire army is gone?
I mean, I could also roll a check for it. That's my whole thing.
It depends on how long your army is gone. You do know that the fighting third engineers have been rather upset with you guys lately, and it was a couple of months ago. You know, when you guys destroyed all of Leadshire, that Sir Quark, the horse guy, had came up and was entering into some really nasty negotiations with Raymond and had some very bad news. They are going to mobilize against you. It is a matter of time. It's still, you know, midwinter right
However,
now.
if we keep them distracted with other things,
You do have them pretty decently distracted
because we
with,
blew a
down
hole.
south.
We already blew a hole in the wall,
and
we're
you
gonna go
destroyed
and,
the hippo, leaving Uruk as the only magister down there.
and now we're gonna go destroy Fort Resort up in the north.
Yeah. Raymond is of the opinion that if your troops are gone for anything more than like a month, that he's 100% going to catch wind of it, mobilize, and get here before you can come back, consolidate, and defend.
So, how many god tokens would it take? Hold on. For our boy Janus to...
I know you don't have to say hold on. I know 100% where you're going.
I don't need him to just like teleport all of us there. If he could just like open up a portal that like our troops just go
That's-
through and then leave the
that's-
portal
yes,
there.
what he
for-
does.
That's teleport all your troops there.
Yeah,
Yes,
and then like leave the portal there for a day and then
and
And leave it?
leave it.
for like that way like we could do the fight and then they could just
Can I have an
Oh my
on and off
God.
switch?
Oh my
Well, yeah,
God! How
have
many
you-
tokens do you have?
I wanted the border to light up all pretty, saying "fuck the
Yeah.
Mad King" as well. You
Can
know,
we have like an arrow on it?
whoa, you're more expensive.
Can we have bathrooms?
No.
In the portal.
Is
What
it-
happens if I'm walking through this portal and I just take a dump?
Does
Where does
have-
it go?
Is it first class seating?
Can it also like give us a quick, just diversion over to the Pirate Isle so we can have a day of just like playing the beach and then go back and then
If I take a dump and it gets cut in half in the portal, does that mean I took a shit in 2 different spots?
You guys have been moving on things very fast since leaving the deep reefs. Grant would like to take a moment to thank you guys for bringing him to a beach for the first time in his life, but you really just haven't had any time. He's like tugged on you a couple of times, but so
Bro.
We had Mo and Mo got kind of engaged to Charybdis. I don't know what happened there. And Grant kind of just like stayed in his room after the beach.
Mo is sulking.
Man, your girlfriend's kind of a bitch. So
He likes strong women.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, well,
oh, you go smack him around.
that's not necessary.
She doesn't like Mo.
So she'll enjoy it and he'll enjoy it.
So
You can just call beside and be like, hey, do you want this, kid?
You're gonna set him up for a long life of spending a lot of money on very angry women.
Doing it.
he found the ring. He's not down
Found
any money. So
I d-
how many tokens for a portal?
It is unrealistic.
More than half.
However,
15.
I think so 2 Fort Resort is going to take us about how long?
PJ Boy called you the fuck out, boy.
Listen, man. Listen. This armor is dope.
Some people sign up with liches. Some people.
This armor is
Everybody likes
dope.
magic items.
So
Everybody
expensive.
likes magic items.
Approximately how long is it going to take us to march our army to Fort Resort?
Probably like a month, right?
it would take a good couple of weeks.
Couple weeks.
mean,
but
we
that's
already
most
sure.
of the
Force
way to
over
the
there,
orcs,
right?
correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How much longer? So a couple weeks to do that, a couple of days in battle, then to get to the orcs.
No time at all. The orcs could meet you there. The orcs
Not
are already
necessarily
like
the orcs, the orc
that
main.
main camp.
Yes. Because my thought is we go through, the orcs can keep marching towards us, right? But we get permission, whatever, that bribe whatever we need to do to march all the way through and get our army back.
Via,
Through the
like,
standing stone.
stone.
You don't know exactly where the standing stone is.
No, that's what I'm
of
saying. We'll have
course.
to bribe or whatever it's going to take.
Yeah. If the standing stone's like on the other end of the continent, you're talking like a multi-month
Okay.
march.
So PJ Boy
Did we-
brought up something.
He said hit and run.
No, he also brought up like we could just go in and hit them and then just leave the army to defend. Which
Like
if
which
we-
is what you've been doing
Yeah.
with
We
most of your stuff.
Half our,
We got a dragon.
what if we just brought like half of it? Let the other half here.
Yeah, I mean, we could ride the dragon. And
I got room for one. Okay.
when you go big, you can only take one?
On my neck?
Well, because
Well, yeah, because he's still only a large creature, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically only one.
I
You
can-
can
I
can
have
like while
pods.
struggling, carry
pick up
carry
some
2,
more.
3.
Yeah.
that one doesn't count.
Yeah.
So it would just be, it'd be like,
I got pods.
You could also
You could
load
dangle
up
us
like
by
the
a
ship
chain.
with a couple crews of NPCs
yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Is we
and take, a couple teams of your heavy hitters and then
Yeah.
try to organize with the orcs and have them supply the bulk.
Yeah,
force.
because the plan,
That's what
or at
I'm-
least my
yeah.
original plan is like the orcs hit them from one side, we hit them from the other, the same way
Yeah.
we did with the huntresses.
Yeah.
Let's do that, but without an army.
We are
We have the
army.
orcs.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Like we wouldn't supply our own troops, which is great.
We are the troops.
Well, not because we're not losing people, right? I'm not saying we use the orcs as cannon fodder.
that's kind
I'm
of
just
what
saying
you
that
said.
we can get there a hell of a lot faster
Aren't
if
they
we're not
kind of
bringing
into
an
that?
army.
Though? Aren't they like kind of into being cannon fodder?
Also,
little
if
bit.
you guys
They
Only
have a
those,
whole drug
only
for
those
it.
like
Just my
they do have a
bros.
drug for it. If you guys coordinate with the orcs and plan it for not tomorrow
Yeah.
in game, if you spend maybe a month or 3 hanging around, you could get potentially teams of huntresses to mobilize all the way up through the whole and then through your territory and meet you there.
I think if he's
And then you also wouldn't
not a
have
bad
to
idea.
necessarily use the ship to move like some squads of NPCs or sport talent kids or whoever you want to utilize in this, because you would then have that time to let people move through. It just wouldn't take your army.
You willing to risk your sister being murked because she's not as useful?
that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid.
she won't be murked. I'm sure they'll be like, what the fuck?
I mean, because she's still extremely useful. She's just not as useful as she
There
was.
is also always the chance that they've just built a more secure anti-magic room and have just stuffed her in it again to be bothered with later.
when they're not in the middle of.
Because they've been
Welling a
postponing
rebellion.
fucking with her for years already, because of how dangerous she is.
I think we.
But it also could be time where they just slit her throat and put her in a monstrosity and hope that the monstrosity inherits her power and can use it a little bit more willingly.
All right, you guys want to risk it for biscuits?
I think we risk it for the biscuit. We're gonna pass a little time. Do your suggestion of letting people mobilize. Maybe not 3 months, but like if we can do like
down for a month.
you want month and a half,
Yeah. Split the difference.
6 weeks.
You do potentially have another ally semi-close to that region.
The dwarves.
New.
No.
My peeps. Raven
Uh,
walkers.
The kobolds.
There are some
The
raven,
kobolds!
there's some raven walkers, just east of you guys that you might be able to get some military help from, even though that's not necessarily their main function.
We had them
Warriors
working
from
with
them
the
are
Thieves Guild,
warriors
right?
from them, yeah.
Okay.
They're much more, and that's just by nature of how their magic works and what they do. They impersonate other people and then infiltrate. Good at assassinations, bullshit like that. But they do have, just people that turn into giant bears and just fuck shit up,
Yeah.
potentially,
Okay.
Yeah.
While
but-
we're waiting, we definitely need to have. Speaking of, I don't know. I think we already kind of talked about it, but I want to reiterate.
Mhm.
Like, if we are going to take the time to do this and get everybody through, we're going to need to strike one of the big cities fairly quickly before they have time to really react to all of us being over there. And
So you just
ready.
want to plan like some nasty raid just to be an asshole.
So since we have this month and a half, sending in the Thieves Guild specifically
Mhm.
to, I'm guessing Silvershire? No, Iron.
Ironshire is closer
Yeah.
and a little less defended.
Yeah, so probably Ironshire, and get us as much information on weaknesses and things like that as possible.
Okay.
Since we have this little bit of time to do it.
Yeah, Thelmar's already spent a decent chunk of time back and forth in those regions. They have, some underground connections. They have some ways in. It's going to be difficult. However, if you find a way to majorly upset the port, that would be huge. Now, one of the big problems is that one of the noble families has just revolutionized shipping by utilizing constructs for non-military purposes for the first time. Lots of old military, iron golems, old style constructs have been repurposed to move shipping crates on and off ships. They can do it autonomously, 24/7 kind of deal. So you can't just show up and like generically blow a bunch of shit up because they're super tough.
But we did just meet a very angry child of the sea,
You did.
and
You want to call him a favor already?
I was thinking.
Do you want to
somebody's really
see what
missing
your
his girlfriend.
disposition is with Charybdis?
We don't
Love's
have
a
to
good
be
bargaining tool.
It is. We don't have to necessarily call on her. We have a child who misses her very much.
Mo.
You're just gonna go toss Mo into the ocean and hope she shows up.
I mean, he could call on her and be like, "Hey, babe."
Hey, babe. Hey, babe. I wrote you this song.
All Poseidon and be like, "Hey, yo, is your
So it
daughter's
does
suitor?"
work. It does work very differently for Mo than it does for you guys. Is he's just a sport talent kid. He's not God woken like you guys are.
Well,
But she likes him.
What if we call Poseidon and be like, "Yo, we got your daughter's suitor. Set to pick him up."
He'll
at 8."
probably kill the guy.
Yeah, like Mo's cool
A
and all,
suitor for my
but-
daughter.
You better stay on land, motherfucker.
you come into the sea, I got a trident with your name on it.
You get near a glass of water too big, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Good luck taking a shit in a toilet.
What's a toilet?
You ever heard
Worst
of the kiss of
bidet.
Poseidon?
Worst bidet you've ever seen in your life. So I don't think the suitor idea is a good idea.
No. We'll
But-
cross that bridge when we come to it. We're not there yet. But
Is there any way to? Probably not. I'll ask anyways. Is there any way for like Thelmar and like the Ravenmockers to try to just like covertly set up like just explosives along the port like over a long period of time?
Over a long period of time,
Maybe they'd have
it's
to
going to
be
be super
coordinated,
difficult.
like,
They
overnight or
can,
something.
if you want to ramp things up, it's risky for their people. It's not necessarily their specialty and hasn't been really a thing in the kingdom much of ever. But they totally could begin those kind of acts
Well, I
in
mean,
your name.
Well, I mean, listen. You said it's all like constructs there, anyways. So like,
They didn't say that. He said that.
That the
Mostly.
shipping, that the loading and unloading is handled by constructs.
Exactly,
There are a
so
lot
if
of
we-
people there,
so
a
if
lot
we
of
just
civilians.
if we destroy, Everything's so complicated.
It's like you're playing kingdom politics.
I know. Like,
Look, man, if you want to
so,
stop, you can
hold on.
totally go back on your word and start killing civilians.
So
How above,
I
like,
will,
plague
I
bombing
will
are we?
point out the fact
I never
that
promised
You
that.
could poison their water
A
supply.
decent famine
I will point out the fact
destabilizes
that
governments,
the
I'm
Mad
just
King
saying.
broke the treaty first when he bombed our city and killed all of our children and a bunch of civilians with the dragon attack.
They
That
would-
was after
After what?
Leadshire.
Those are just unfortunate circumstances.
That's what
You know
I've
what?
been
Someone's been
saying.
gossip.
Listen, we killed the lich. It killed the town. All right. So the lich attacked us.
You don't have to
them.
prove it to me, right?
They weren't
I'm
dead.
not your enemy here. I'm
All right.
simply saying.
All right. All right. You know, you make a valid point. Okay. So
But we don't need to worry about that right now.
okay.
Right now we've got bigger fish to fry. That's a later.
But
big
if
fish.
you do want to take the dragon attack politically as a okay, the gloves are off, civilians are on the table, you absolutely can.
No,
I am
'cause
not
that's
telling you
that's
you
not
can't.
that's not the war Uzul's trying to fight.
But it could be.
It could be.
Think about how
but
easy life would be.
How easy would life be for
so
Uzul
easy.
if he just slaughtered civilians?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just murdered everything in
They
your sight.
killed your child.
They really did.
That's a
They really did. But
character
there's
transformative.
there
event
is.
in
That's
my
why.
I mean, look at
that's
Mark.
why the
Are you gonna work 5 times as hard to be a better man,
Mhm.
or are you gonna go for vengeance?
the jury's still out on that one.
Man,
Revenge.
vengeance.
So
It's best served cold, is all I'm saying.
let's.
Are
so yeah,
you the
we'll,
heroes?
We'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and put. We'll go
Yeah.
ahead and put.
That
the
really
court-
hinges. Yeah.
It depends on if we win.
We'll go ahead and
Then
put the
we
court
write what
on the back
happened.
burner,
Okay.
and just in the meantime, like you said, you want to just do just miscellaneous attacks.
And they'll, if you think that you're satisfied with like the amount of information that they have, they can switch from information gathering to like corporate espionage style stuff where they go and maybe rob a business blind a little more often. They start forging documents and maybe try to send ship things to the wrong places.
Making the price of bread too high.
Obscure
Make a
things.
famine, Just-
Yeah. Start they can do things like that.
change some ones to zeros.
Change some ones to zeros.
Start a peasant revolt.
Move that
So,
decimal.
There is
over a
the
little bit.
possibility. It's very difficult in the Mad King, especially in Iron Shire and up, to
Could
get
we-
a peasant revolt going.
Could we
but-
have our dudes falsify information to imply that higher ups are working with the rebellion?
Yeah, they can false flag.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
dude, we
The
could
shit
just
out of
like
some
fucking
things.
Ghost Recon this bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like plant just like there's like a important noble or something that's in charge of a bunch of shit. So then you just like
Like the
they
dude that
find a
produces their
letter
armor.
that he totally wrote that's like, hey, to the rebellion, this is everything that's going on, and then authorities just so happen to find it.
Thelmar has an idea.
Yeah,
The noble house that is in charge of revolutionizing this shipping method by repurposing all of these old military constructs, it's House Ram.
Mhm.
Is who they are. They're the Rams. A lot of those old military constructs, especially like the really old ones that are realistically only functioning as like, they can walk, pick something up, and put something down anymore.
Can he just tweak some wires?
Barely maintained. He could possibly tweak some wires to have some unfortunate accidents happen. He could also, with some of the smaller models especially, smuggle some away and ship them to you and forge falsified documents that's like, hey, I'm going to start showing support for you by sending these. And this is like the first shipment of what I'm hoping becomes a grand partnership between us.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fuck
And
the Mad King.
possibly, hopefully
That
in
would-
the end, get them implicated in espionage against the kingdom.
Yeah. Destroy him from the inside.
Cool.
He'll start trying to implement some plans like that. It's going to take a while. You really want like that noble family disposed. You're talking like 5 years minimum for that plan to come to fruition. That's politics. Politics is long game kind of stuff. And if you guys are looking to pass that those kind of time frames in this campaign, you're more than welcome to going forward, talking to this side of the table. Instead of as much day-to-day style stuff.
Fucking rude.
It is your guys' choices, but it does change how the war is going to play out as well.
Yeah.
Time skips are dangerous.
Yeah, believe me, I know. Okay, so is there possible ways that like during this like month and a half that we're just waiting, we can send, because we have pretty much a direct route like to us where like we can get like pockets of huntresses and orcs into us, right?
Yes. Now you're not going to be able to move a full ass army.
Well, yeah. But
and
if we
the
can
orcs,
get
it's going to take
some-
a long time, and it might take even longer because they do have to negotiate entering huntress territory to then come through.
or they can just come through our sending stone. Or
Through the
standing
standing stone.
and
You-
they have a standing stone.
You
so,
certainly
like,
can. Yeah.
if y'all just speed that whole thing up. Hell, even if you guys just want access and we don't have access to it yet, but like you guys can go ahead and come through.
Set up a one way.
Yeah.
It kind of can work that way with standing stones. They'll think about it.
Okay. Because like my thought is like while
It's
we're
very
sitting here,
it's very tempting, but at the same time, it's not like all you got to do is call your girlfriend and she could reverse engineer the spell and find their standing stone. You know.
that's fair. Yeah,
So
but I would
so they're
assume
they're
that they
very
have-
cautious about what connections they possibly make or what magics they use with their sacred
Yeah, but I'm
stone.
sure that they'd have like armed guards posted at their standing stone to make sure nobody's walking through it.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
Whatever. Okay.
anyway.
Yeah, so we'll let that cook.
You're obviously not afraid of armies being teleported into the middle of your kingdom.
Well, I'm not worried if we're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you guys keep supporting us, then there won't be a risk of an army coming through.
That sounded not great.
/ threat.
Oof.
I mean, it could go either way.
kinda
Like you
backhanded
guys don't
there.
support us, we get overrun. Mad King goes through.
Yeah.
You guys turn out to be
Exactly.
assholes, try to stab us in the back, and then we might have to do what we gotta
Right.
do.
Or they keep the standing stone closed, and none of that's ever a threat.
And yeah, there's just no
That's why
risk of
they don't
any of
wanna do
that.
it.
Okay, yeah, whatever. So, fine.
Protect your
Uh,
kingdom.
Whatever.
So yeah, can we just do like NPCs or just like forces just doing like hit and run stuff just
Mhm.
across
Yeah. Absolutely.
while we're doing our little time skip thing? Is that what you're kind of looking for?
No, but that's fine.
What were you? I thought you were just trying to do like raids and stuff on.
Hit on Ironshire.
Were you trying to do like the big?
No, just literally all my plan was so like when I was talking about the dragon was so that since it's just us going, we ride the dragon. The ship can also take backup people.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Other than that, we're gonna go hit Fort Resort. We're gonna get Lone Tower. Everyone comes back. Immediately go after the city. That's our whole plan. That's,
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all
I misunderstood.
That's all I got.
Who's on the list?
Well, Mark.
Mark's your boy.
He's the boy.
I think those would be really sad if now that he's chosen, we just start leaving him behind. All
Now
That'll show him.
He's got his second chosen in your party, and you start ignoring him too.
All right, fuck you, bird brain.
Fucking teacher's pet.
Started again.
Should have take one of the main ones.
I
Give it
think
to Donald and then write out Donald.
I think taking Grugnug would be a good idea. Because firepower.
A powerful wizard is always a good
Should we
thing to
take
have.
Derek?
If you
Derek
guys
is-
are planning on going immediately from Fort Resort to the Lone Tower, your healer should probably be on your list.
Yeah.
Both your healers should probably be on your list.
what I was wondering.
And there are lower level clerics and stuff. If you want to devote a lot more of your boat space to
Dude,
clerical staff,
no.
you
Can
can
we
get
bring the halfling
some
bard
third
this
level
time?
clerics and stuff.
Let's take the bar.
Adora is on.
Yes.
She's excited about that. Are you bringing Frida as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole army of orcs that's gonna need healed.
Her new arm is totally functional. So
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Five.
yeah, she
Oh, and while we're going, can we bring Shovel Knight, and then as we're flying or whatever,
Fix his
she
arm.
can be she can be,
yeah.
her and Derek
Focus
can
him
be
down.
giving him his arm back.
Both of them. Fix his arm real quick.
Just double up real quick.
Yeah, a little talk with Derek and Frida. Turns out that they've offered to Shovel Knight quite a few times, but he's always put off in order for them to be able to like focus on other people.
Well, now the
He's
focus
he's
is
very
chivalrous.
noble, yeah. Especially once you guys got those fucking elves, you know. He was like, "Whoa."
How are the elves doing, by the way?
They look, their minds are fucked. And you can put their body back together all you want, but like therapy only goes so far when they won't even speak, you know. These guys are beyond PTSD. It's their minds are completely shattered.
We'll give him a flower, some peanut butter, and then let him enjoy the sunrise.
You guys kind of just have like a mini insane asylum at your Temple of Ganesh now, where they just kind of sit and scream and babble to themselves incoherently. They're making some progress with some of them.
Have
Maybe
you
we should
tried walking in there?
put him in a
going,
place
"It's
where we
okay,
can
you're
take care of
okay.
him."
It's okay.
It's fine. Talk.
Get a place where we could take care of him. Maybe like a nice place underground that's like dark and
We just dripped
Had
some
a bunch
water
of
on their head
cells
for a
and-
couple hours.
Yeah.
hung
Find some
of 'em-
secure.
That sounds
rooms
lovely.
to-
and then hung them by their
Yeah, see?
Get some rechargeable batteries.
Could go through the same aesthetic.
Make
Nice
him
and
feel right at
familiar.
home, you know.
So you got some heavy hitting fighters. You got Mark and Shovel Knight on the list. You've got support staff Grugnug and Adora, and then you've got your healers Derek and Frida.
Yes.
Other sport talent kids, other NPCs.
I think we should take.
Mo,
You want to take Mo?
Mo,
The Phantom Mo.
it's the boy.
Okay.
Can we? How much do we have space for more?
He's on his
Yeah.
arc. He's on his arc.
You can change like the enchantment on the ship to do the reduced person,
yeah.
and you could have a good chunk of folk on there.
You could
I
also
think
have Donald pull the ship and
I think
drag him
Alia. I think Alia would want to go.
Alia always wants
You
to
can
go.
tow the ship.
Why does the
Um,
fucking
maybe
tool
a
here?
couple of
You're
the
just like a
Oh
tool.
my god, it's
better
sentient beings.
huntresses.
And like
You're a shovel.
a huntress striped crew.
Yeah.
You guys are
No,
waiting
Shovel
the
Knight.
time though. They'll just meet you there.
Do you
That's
have
fair.
butter?
They'll head out today
You passed the butt.
and meet you there when you fly out.
Okay. Yeah. Then.
So you
that's
will have
honestly
some
probably
huntress
it, 'cause
support.
You killed all of our other children. Monster.
The dragon killed them, not me. I'm
I
not that
tried.
guy.
Made
Fuck
the
the
dragon.
I'm not that guy.
Who did it?
Gwendolyn
King.
made the dragon
Who made
actually.
Gwendolyn?
The Mad King made Gwendolyn.
And who is the Mad King, Ian?
Dawn.
Dawn.
I knew it.
Dawn is Roy, and he wears the yellow boots.
I didn't know the Mad King was Miyazaki.
Dude, it's canon. It's canon. The Mad
Gwendolyn,
King wears
Dark
yellow
Souls 1.
boots. I just like to think we have like a black bag squad that's just like snatching up anybody who walks around wearing yellow boots.
Who do you work for?
Yellow Boots outlawed.
Everyone's like, "Why am I?" It's like, "You're the Mad King, aren't you?" It's like, I'm a baker. I live in town. Why would the Mad King live in Braunshire?
It's the perfect cover because we would never expect it.
My meatball gave me these boots.
Is not the fact that I'm here right now a sign that you would indeed expect it?
Keeping up
um,
children with their matching.
You
teddy
do
bears.
have on NPC's side. Raymond could go.
Should we bring Alia?
Raymond, of course, is rather key to the overall defense
Yeah,
and
he
running
needs
of
to stay.
Bronze.
yeah,
You could call on Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Should we bring Alia?
Not
Dragon
quite.
Boy.
Not quite.
Already bring
Bronze
Alia.
can
She's
100% function for like a month without him. Especially now he does have the one sport talent kid, Ty, that he took on and has been training up as his like squire basically.
Wait, what kid?
Ty Ritter. You met him like once.
He summons the samurai guy, right?
yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a samurai archerer he summons.
Yeah.
Ah,
You
Y'all
met
never
him
tied?
briefly,
No.
and you were like, "Oh my god, your sport talent's super good, and we're immediately going to put you in combat training." Is like, actually, I was being trained as like an administrator, and was really meaning to take on that. And you were like, "Well, you're fucking useless to us." And Jimmy was like, "Yo, actually, send me
You
the
know,
paperwork, kid."
That
I do remember that
that tracks.
conversation.
Yeah.
that tracks.
Jimmy was like, "Send me the paperwork, kid, with the boss archer talent that completely matches like my whole thing."
Yeah, we can bring Jimmy and Ty. If Ty
Well,
wants
Ty would
to.
have to stay,
Yeah.
because the reason Jimmy is freed up is
It's because
because
he's been okay,
Ty
okay,
is
okay.
now.
Did we get them in contact with Devon?
No,
We should do that.
are you getting them in contact with the Vaughn
Yeah,
too?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll have to negotiate a new contract because, of course, he's just contracted to you guys.
Yeah.
And you don't technically have the right to subcontract him out, but especially with the rate that he signed on for you guys, he is very much looking for extra employment. So
And then maybe Ty can be a part-time secretary so he doesn't run into any more shit.
Right? Nice.
no more hiring imps.
I would also like to give Grugnug
We could use
the
it as a bargaining
majority,
tool.
like, or I guess all of
Having them
the
next
fan
contract.
coral we collected.
Because the
Gotta bring
fan
them
corals
on
are
with
best
me.
used in enchantments.
Yeah, enchantments and meta magic stuff. So,
Which he does. Yeah.
Do you have
He doesn't
a
really
list
do a
of
lot
stuff
of
that
meta
we had,
magic
or do you
stuff.
want that?
No, I gave that whole sheet that I printed out and marked down to you. If you got that sheet, you could hand it back, and I would then know.
Bam.
Sweet.
Binder.
It'll take me a second. He won't be ready this session.
That's
but, you know.
okay.
But Grugnug immediately is going to start working on those enchantments, especially since he doesn't have meta magic feats himself, and so being able to utilize those corals enchanted into rings and trinkets and stuff to give him meta magics, free meta magics, even better.
We need to get.
I also think that when we get there, I mean, if you guys have a different plan, that's fine with me. But from what my understanding is, Grugna is going to kind of like stay on the ship and be blasting stuff from the sky.
Yeah, he does have some constructs too, because he does make those kind of basic constructs, so he can field a bit of a force
Mm-hmm.
to help you guys out. It would be basically like a different version of a huntress team.
When we get there, we give him the green symbiote. That way, it's going to supercharge his magic, and the caveat is you can't move a lot when you have that, but he's not going to.
But if he's on the ship, who cares?
So then he's going to like
The ship moves.
double damage or double amount of spells, however the fuck it works. But he's going to be cool.
Here for it.
Easy.
Grugnug's been cool this whole fucking time.
Yeah, but
He's
now
not going to be super
cool
pleased about
with
being
the
green
fingers.
and not red anymore.
It'll only be for a little bit.
It's not easy being green.
Yeah, tell me about it. The jokes never stop.
All right,
Anybody else?
we got Mark, Grugnug, Derek, Adora, Frida, Shovel Knight, Alia, Mo, Jimmy, currently on the
That's
list.
Plenty.
Think that's plenty. You could, with the reduced person, you could fit a couple more on the ship.
I think that the remainder probably need to stay here and defend.
That
just
is
in case.
that is more than fair.
Maybe we take
Uh,
Aslo. He can shoot from the ship. Aslo and Talion. More.
Or do we
Air
want them
support?
to stay here and defend?
You don't have a whole ton of like big godwoken NPCs remaining at this point on your roster, like at all. Especially if you're having Thelmar operating over in Ironshire throughout this time.
Okay, yeah, we can leave.
Realistically, like Raymond and Talion, I think that's it. You're bringing Shovel
Oh
Knight.
yeah.
Yeah, no, so yeah.
Well, all right.
Leave Talion.
Yeah. And there's a couple sport talent kids and stuff that are around but aren't necessarily like on your guys' radar that do have combat capable talents. You got like a telekinetic kid and some different
what
stuff
if
like
we-
that. But
We gotta leave some people here to defend.
Mhm. Do you want to just field like some general mages,
Grugnug
just kind of fill out?
Yeah, Grugnug have a little support squad.
Yeah, Grugnug's got some apprentices and stuff that he'll take.
Whatever happened to the like magic conversion to healing drones that we got? Did they break?
Oh no, you do got a couple of those.
It
Yeah.
goes to.
That's right.
Oh,
He's
yeah, those can
secured
float
those.
around the ship.
Yeah.
Because we had like what, 9?
Like 6.
Six?
You had like 6 or 5 left.
They can
Six
just hang
sounds
around.
right.
They can hang around the ship and block some incoming fire.
Biggest brainess. There might be some more there that you would get a hold of. And if you do want as well, Thelmar, by the time that you guys are going to mobilize, will have sent the first of the old like decommissioned style military constructs from Ironshire that he was able to acquire. So you guys could bring a crate or two of some other small constructs. Grugnut can easily repurpose them and kind of expand.
That would be a good way
Your-
to quickly
Yeah.
let people
And then it's nice
know.
because Grugnug already has a bag of holding, and you just shove more constructs in the bag of holding. It doesn't take up ship space, you know.
Can I purchase a bag of holding while we're here before we set out? Or
Yeah,
at some
yeah.
point?
Don's got a bag of holding.
Dope. How much is that?
Look it up. I don't have the fucking
I think
numbers
it's
off
like
my head.
1,500.
It depends on the
Or the type
mid-tier.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the cheapest one is like 5K though.
Let's find out. 'Cause I just got money.
You got some money. Yeah, it takes a little while as well with you guys to properly bank your money with the appropriate temples and stuff like that, and with things like the trinkets and jewelry
2.5
that wasn't magical that you had gotten
5 for
to
mid-tier.
kind of move it through.
10 for the biggest.
And the biggest fits a Prius.
And the biggest is 250 cubic feet. Or 1,500 pounds.
Yeah.
And it weighs 60.
Prius.
I'll go ahead and get the.
If you want something really crazy, you can look up the portable hole. I think that's bigger. I think
Portable
that's bigger.
hole's kind of fun.
I think that's bigger than the bag of holding. It just works a little different.
You
You,
can
have
get
to have a
this
surface to put it on.
You can get up to some shit with the portable hole.
Yeah, because I had a portable hole when I was playing Taffa's old campaign, when I was playing Special Agent K as a character.
I think you also had one maybe in the New Albion test.
No, you're thinking the rope trick.
No, that was
Yeah.
that was a rope trick,
Gotcha.
which rope trick also fucks.
Yeah.
But,
It pretty, it fucks.
but it functions different.
I
Oh,
just
dude.
remember there
But
was
I'm
a
just
hole
saying,
in the
you know.
ground and we
Yeah.
got locked into a pocket.
Yeah.
We get a portable hole. We can open, a one-way rift to the ether all the time.
God, I just got kind of sad for a second. I miss New Albion. All of a sudden.
We were off to a good start.
Yeah.
I'll buy a portable. Well, listen, right. I'm in a better place now. Maybe it will come.
Yeah,
back.
the portable. How much is the portable hole?
10K.
Because Don's not like the end all be all of acquiring magic items. He really focuses on like small, relatively cheap consumables. Because he never had a shop before. Now that you've got the shop, though, he has been expanding. It's been a good couple of months that he's been up and running.
The portable hole costs the same.
And you-
as the
and you've
big
got 'em,
bag of
like,
holding.
4 or 5 weeks of notice or whatever. So he most certainly can get you set up with that.
Should get rope trick.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah,
Rope trick fucks.
I
or like a
guess I
tiny
can-
hut.
Look it up
Tiny hut.
first and just see what it says. But the ring of shielding,
Yes,
could we? Oh, I can't look it up. My phone's dead.
classic. You want to look up Ring of Shielding for her?
It's my question was like if
It
we
absorbs damage.
had, yeah, so it like half of my damage can go to the other person wearing it. The
Yes.
question is,
Okay, yeah, that Ring of Shielding.
does it have to be a person, or could it be like a construct with a hit point pool?
That's a good question. I'm not totally sure.
Because you could just have
I'm
a
inclined to say yes, but there might be something in the book
that specifically
that stipulates that.
because that would be kind of cool since I'm losing my tank.
Yeah.
My tanky boy is gone. I need a new tank to send all my damage to.
Don't you look like that? You start every fight at half hit points.
Yeah.
That does not make you a tank.
You
And
have
as long-
60 HP when fights start. You
The
have less
talent is
HP than
called
me.
Glass Cannon.
And as long as they don't hit me with an AoE,
Mm.
it's hard for them to hit me.
It's hard for them to hit you physically.
Yes.
Wizards exist.
Believe me, I'm so
I know.
aware.
I know
That's
you've
why
become aware.
You're not the tank. I'm sorry.
You're not that guy.
Mr. 200 and some HP over there. That's the tank.
So I'm not seeing a ring of shielding for Pathfinder.
Look up shield other the feet. That's what the ring goes off of. And it's a teamwork talent. You obviously don't need to be adjacent, yada yada, whatever and stuff with the ring. But the purpose of
I
that
think
feat
you gave
is
me
that you
the 30 feet or something like that.
is it 30 feet?
That's what you
That
told
makes
me.
yeah, that sounds about right.
You and the sub. It has to be one creature. It has to be the target of the spell.
Does a construct count in Pathfinder as a creature?
I think yes.
Then yes, you're good.
Excellent.
I think it has to specify that it doesn't affect constructs.
Yeah. Okay.
As far as like any other spell is concerned.
Perfect. Yeah, they never
So-
thought of that because they never thought of somebody having a construct that would take the feat to then utilize it.
Well,
like
this
that.
is just a spell.
Oh, that's the
shield
spell.
other.
Yeah. Perfect.
So
Big
So, yeah.
brain.
It wouldn't be done by this fight, but Grugnug is more than happy to spend time on a construct
It's just
that
an
is-
pupil.
that is just like an Iron Golem that he has gotten rid of all combat capabilities with and just made tough. Just a brick.
Yeah. It's a brick with little arms.
just a magical brick with two little legs.
Yeah. I'm super down.
That's just like this huge. It'd have to be a very large hunk of just iron and gears, basically.
Okay.
congrats, you have a punching bag companion.
Buster.
Could name him Ben.
I'm gonna
I need to
name
get a
him
punching
West
bag companion.
because I miss East.
It's canon now.
Little Kanye.
How many like grenades slash bombs do you think?
Put your mic closer.
How many
Probably-
grenades slash bombs do you think could be made in like a
Our
month by our
bomb
people?
maker is gone.
Your bomb maker's dead.
Well, yeah, but he had a shop and he had people that were training with him.
You do have
and-
some minor alchemists, yes.
Got knowledge engineering. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I
you
got
know.
knowledge engineering.
Maybe we
bro.
can make some like just alchemist fire.
Oh, you can get
like-
alchemist fire and stuff.
Yeah,
Easy. Yeah. You can
especially just,
get
like,
that
the
up the
impact, 'cause-
wazoo.
So the thought I have in my head, right, is like if we fly over and I have this hole, I
Just an opening up with some carpet bombing.
the bomb bay doors are open and just
Yeah.
The alchemist
grenades and
fire doesn't go out, so then when we go down to fight, we're
Alchemist
also-
fire does go out.
It does?
It just takes a second.
Yeah, eventually.
It's like napalm.
It's got, I think, per the actual like bottle, the consumable,
Sorry, I
one
forgot
bottle
the
only
name.
burns for like one round.
You ever use napalm?
I think it's a
Nah.
D4 round.
Is it a D4 rounds? Yeah. So you're
Fuck
looking
are you
under
doing?
30 seconds of burn in all reality.
Okay, cool.
Unless it catches something
Yeah,
impressive.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's a D4.
Yeah,
I
if we
haven't
can-
really
if we can
used
just- I
alchemist
don't know.
fire in D&D really. I've just alchemist fire from movies doesn't go out. That's the whole thing. is
Yeah.
To make it go out is difficult.
yeah, if we can, I don't know, while we're waiting for this mobilization.
Yeah. As
load up
part
on-
of your all out mobilization, you're going to call upon all of your shops and stuff to produce some extra things. You can get alchemist fire. Yeah. The explosives that they produce are going to be low grade.
I mean, that's fine. It's honestly
And
just
yeah.
to cause chaos.
Yeah.
To make our landing easier.
Yep. Absolutely. Any other ideas?
No, I think it's time skip time.
All right.
Oh, I wanted to do
Oh,
some
sorry.
sport talent training during
Me
the time
too.
skip.
Yeah.
Need
You guys got a
breathe.
lot of administrative stuff, but you're more than welcome. You're spending a month. More
It's
than welcome to
literally
make a dozen rolls.
One successful roll from leveling up last time. So.
Oh yeah. Finish it.
So you said how many rolls do you want?
Make a dozen.
Dozen?
It's my first time.
I would say this is my first time. What does that
Yeah.
look
The
like?
So the rules are your sport talent starts at level 1. The DC is 10 plus your talent level. So 11 at
Okay.
level 1. You roll utilizing your applicable skill. So for
Strength.
you it would be either strength or dexterity. You're more than welcome to choose between the two.
They are not
Strength
the
it
same.
is. Oh, okay. Yeah. Strength it is. Strength is one you tie it to. So you just roll a d20 plus that stat.
Okay.
And you beat 11, you get 1 success. For level 1, you need 1 success. For level 2, you need 2 successes.
Gotcha.
For level 3, you need 3 successes. And it just scales from there.
Okay.
So inherently, as time goes on, it takes more rolls, more time, and you're less likely to successfully do it.
Okay.
And there is, when you guys get high enough in the levels,
What happens if you nat 20 one of these? Does it
it
matter?
counts as a success.
Okay.
It's an automatic success. It doesn't matter what your DC is.
Okay.
And so there is a certain point where, unless you do some kind of trained stacking where you can get some kind of stacking bonus, realistically, the nat 20 is like the only way that you're going to continue leveling things up.
Okay.
And that's through just like, historically speaking, odd end discovery, weird happenstance.
Fucking girl. It's 2 levels.
Nice. What do you desire to level up?
I want bigger ice wall.
Bigger ice wall, what's its current size?
5 by 10.
5 by 10. So do you want to go on ahead and 10 by 10 it? Double the height?
I'm down.
'Kay.
And I imagine I can like change it to whatever I want. So if it's like 10 by 10, I can make it like a 5 by
Yeah. Yeah.
15 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I still want to be able to freeze shit as reaction. Well, I have it. I can do it with a medium object. Right?
Yeah. So you want to increase that to like a large object
Mm-hmm.
for
Like-
your second level?
I have a decent amount of fucking points.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I went up to level 5.
And
It's
Tell
five,
me
so you
how-
got 4 to go
can you explain to me how
4 levels
reactions
up.
work again?
From 1 to 5. Because you were already level 1.
Yeah.
So level 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
at level 5. After rolling all 12 dice,
Okay.
I got 2 levels.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Sorry, what was that?
Can you remind me how reactions work again?
You've got 1, unless you have combat reflexes, then you get it's the same. It's an attack opportunity. Same thing.
Essentially. Okay,
Yeah.
so they just have to be by me.
Yeah. Well, not for. Well, yeah, for your freeze them.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they do have to be
Could I do it?
adjacent to you.
Okay. Does it have to be directed at me, or if it's directed at someone else? Could I do it?
If it would provoke an attack of opportunity, it doesn't have to be directed at you. But if it's directed at you, then you can utilize it as a reaction.
Okay.
It's like if they're running
We'll see how it
past you
works.
and it would provoke an
It's the
attack of
best I've
opportunity, you
ever
can spend your
rolled
attack of opportunity to
consecutively.
instead freeze
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
Pathfinder's not the cleanest with those rules.
Yeah.
but we'll do what we can
Okay.
I went from level 1 to level 5.
as well. Okay, perfect.
0 fails.
That's a lot of fails. 12 times. I was 50-50.
What doesn't make sense?
Because I had 3 fails.
You could be like halfway to level 6,
Yeah,
and you could
that's-
just be
that's where I'm
fresh
at.
level 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you would need, of course, then the 5 successes to go from 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Where's your talent at right now? Your level 1 talent.
Yeah, currently I
gives
get
you
10%
lifesteal on physical attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you want to begin expanding that?
I'd love to expand to some kind of like ranged attack, like ranged touch attack.
Like a magical attack
Yeah.
as well? Yeah. So 1 level up point spent will unlock that. It's just going to be a hit point regained regardless of damage.
Okay.
And we should probably move away from the percentages now that I'm thinking about
Yeah.
it. But maybe we'll start doing dice.
10% on average is like a D4 for me.
Okay,
You just
let's
wanna do
change your
that.
10% right now to a D4.
Okay.
Of course, you have to minimum do the amount, the
Right.
4 points of damage if you get 4 back.
Yeah. Yep. And then a ranged touch attack for 1 HP for 1 level up. HP. And so I guess we'll spend 2 more level ups into the range.
2 more into the ranged. Okay, so go from the 1 point to a D4, then from a D4 to a D6.
Okay. And what's the range? Do you think? Like 30 feet, something short.
It would probably
right?
just be that you have unlocked with ranged attacks.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't put an extra range requirement on that.
Yeah.
Your fireball goes 400 feet. It's the damage that counts, not necessarily
Gotcha. Yeah, and then we'll sink the last 2 points into the melee. So from a D4 to
the D8.
cool, works for me.
Leveled up 1 time. I'm putting it
'Kay.
into Dex, so now I have 2 points in increasing my Dex.
2 points in increasing your dex. So it goes from being able to spend 1 point for 1 dex to now you can free spend on dex, right? Or were you able to free spend?
What do you mean by free spend?
Like you had a limit. Like you could only spend so many points.
No. That was
Okay.
Yeah, I could always free spend.
Yeah. So then it would go from the free spending. You've done that with strength too, right?
Yes, my strength. My strength right now. There's 3 points into increasing my strength, and
And
we
it's
have
like
that at
1d4.
1d4.
Yeah. So
So-
it would go up to just 2 points per.
2 points per.
Yeah. 1 on the modifier per each point spent. And you've got a single hand. It can make a single attack on your turn. Stays within 15 feet of you.
And I got 4 level ups
Yeah.
to level 5. So
More hands.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Like
You
my
can get 1 hand per
per
level that you spend.
Cool. Because I think I'm gonna do up to 8 hands and then try to increase the damage on them after that. Is my plan.
So, so I'm
5,
yeah. I'm curious.
7 fucking hands
So with
and 2
her,
feet and a headbutt.
so like with how does so
And
with
a
her,
bite.
with her
Well, what? I still have. It's just metal.
with her flurry of blows, does that mean she can flurry of blows and each of her hands can also make an attack on top of that?
Yeah, they can make 1 attack every round.
Yeah. So now I have 11 attacks around.
That's monks are dope. I love monks so much. My monks are like
Monks
my
with
favorite class.
superpowers.
And
are
remember,
even
these
better.
are physical conjurations.
with
they have hit
11
points.
HP.
Yeah.
Like
So
one
so
hit,
like a fireball goes off around
and they're
you.
gone.
Yeah. And you can only conjure once a day. So, but if you
How long does it take
decide to
conjure
put
this?
a level,
Standard.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
standard.
Is
If
it a
you-
standard per fist or would it just be standard?
It's a standard.
raw?
It's a standard. You get them. Fuck it.
Standard.
I'd imagine you'd
raw.
just be casting it every morning anyway, right? Like,
Not necessarily, no, because then you
Oh,
run
okay.
the risk of bad shit happening.
That's a lot of extra hands for booze. I could just all carrying a bottle.
Yeah, dude. You'd be like, oh, I want this.
yeah, you can spend level up points like Alia has to get extra conjures
Okay.
of it. So like, she doesn't have multiple Georges, but she can summon George multiple
Yeah.
times a day.
Yeah, so far we're gonna go 8 hands, increase their damage, then we'll worry about strength
Start
later.
worrying about
That's a lot of
hit
level
points
ups.
and how many
It's a lot
times.
of level ups.
It's a lot of levels.
I'm
You
behind on the
plateau
game.
off really quick.
It's yeah, you reach a point where you're not going to be leveling up very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an inherent problem with sport talents, which is why so few sport talent kids wind up surviving. And why even fewer sport talent kids even wind up, they even bother trying to train at all. Now there are, of course, the happier occasions where a sport talent kid is also a full mage, but is a full mage with a sport talent, like Adara was after negotiating with Smiles. Those are great because then you can train them as a full mage, and then if their sport talent does something extra that's useful, you can sometimes utilize it, kind of deal or whatever.
Cool.
But
That's why Chance McCadden's going to be such a great rogue.
Chance. You guys are ready to mobilize.
Regulators.
Mount up.
Thank you. Fuck you guys.
I was just gonna let it hang.
That's good.
Just let her go. Get onto the ship. Once again, going down the list: Mark, Grugnug, Derek, Adora, Frida, Shovel Knight, Alia, Mo, and Jimmy has come up from not quite bronze.
Party of
Orcs and
huntresses will meet us
huntresses.
there.
A
Orcs
couple
will-
parties of huntresses can meet you there. There'll be maybe 100 huntresses total.
Orcs as well.
So like five crews.
That's more than I was anticipating. So
You
how many
Proving
did
yourself.
were left there?
how many were left where?
Huntresses left to defend.
Oh,
When?
you'd be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Realistically, they would be fresh huntresses set up.
Cool.
Yeah. Not your current grove of huntresses.
Okay.
After losing fourth wind, they've kind of just been big chilling.
Moping.
Yeah.
That's what I want them to do. Just sit there, stay.
Sit there and
Protect.
be mopey.
They have been assigned a new captain, but she doesn't matter.
Yikes. That bad, huh?
That bad. That bad. You're going to utilize Ys in dragon form. You're going to have him transform to haul some of you guys and to help haul to the location.
Mm-hmm.
How many times can you transform in a day? Twice?
Mhm.
Okay. You can make it there in one. So
Okay.
you will have one to utilize. But if you
Alright.
guys linger too long then between Fort Resort and the Lone Tower, pick your transformation wisely, I guess.
True. I'll have one. All right.
Your huntress parties ran into some issues where they ran into some patrols and stuff, of course, on the way. That is a natural consequence of ground movement. You guys hit some decent altitude. It's kind of hard in skies that are supposed to be open. And now that the Mad King knows that you guys fly, it's going to be difficult to hide your ship and your dragon flying through
imagine,
the
like,
sky.
The realization that he had, right? He's got all these beautiful gates and walls, and he gets a report, and they're like, "Sir, they just went over us." They just fucking bullshit.
Is it
My
really-
grandfather
$1,000
built
of
those
taxpayer
walls.
money gone. We made Bronshire pay for it.
Damn, having a dragon's a cool idea. I'm gonna make my own.
Straight up.
You can play that game, motherfucker.
Damn it, they killed my dragon. Can do it. They
You
killed
know how
my
hard it is to find one of
undead
those?
genetic monstrosity. You know how many parts I had to scavenge? How far in the world I had to travel to get
How
enough
many
bones?
lizards I had to kill.
Like the,
How many alligators I skinned for this?
like the goddamn museum.
The orcs are ready to mobilize. They continue mobilizing. They don't stop their raids, but they are willing to move a couple more war parties over and make a more conceited push instead of their standard kind of strike and fade.
Can I get a couple of my
30
oozles
second to
come?
like a 2-minute combat. Huh?
Can I get a few of my oozles to come?
Well, they're not yours.
Well, my family's boys.
There are some teams of oozles available.
Sick.
And
Call me ma.
give me a sec.
Ayo ma.
You rejected Mima's offer.
I didn't.
Most of the ones that are available or willing to mobilize to your cause are kind of the crazier, straight war focused ones. Regardless, it's probably more of what you wanted. There is one kind of like shadow team, someone more infiltration
SEAL Team 6.
focused.
'Cause
Yeah,
if
more of a-
at all possible,
They're all special operations groups, but
If at all
Ghost team?
possible, could we get that like shadow team to maybe try to like infiltrate and cause some dissent, like to kick off the fight or like to weaken things?
Well, they
before
can't
we get there.
cause dissent because of course they're all orcs. They can't interact
Well, yeah.
with anybody, but they can go in and potentially sabotage a facet of the fort. Is there anything you would like them to focus on? Otherwise, they're just going to do what they.
If they can
They
focus
Probably
do.
magic
on,
defenses.
if
or
they can
aerial.
focus, yeah, if they can focus on getting their air defenses down.
They think they can do that.
Beautiful.
Give them a distraction. Give the air defenses something else to look at, kind of deal.
The big balloon.
Motherfuckers playing Clash
They
of
just
Clans.
inflate a giant cat head balloon and send it over top and watch them blow it to the sky. And
What the hell was that? And then little do they know.
They get a big poster shaped like a helmet, and they just like raise it up out of the trees.
There it is, blast them!
it's coming right at us.
Coming right for us.
They're special ops, but they're still orcs. Oh fuck, I love it. Cool beans.
It is time. How do you guys desire to kick off your engagement? Realistically, you guys are kind of the arbiters of this entire fight. The orcs, of course, have a single lane of attack. When you get there, when you get towards the area, you see that the fort itself is just absolutely surrounded. There's trenches. There are like halfway towers, some of which are like half destroyed and repaired and half destroyed again. There's bunkers around there. Like this fort is way larger, first off, than the one that you faced with the hippos. It has way more just outside networking defenses. It is defended 360, not just from the enemy's side. So the orcs, realistically, you know, they can't cavalry charge over too many of those trenches or anything like that. There's spike pits and shit around. There are forces 24/7 constantly mobilized out inside them. They are spread out.
Would it be? I don't know how possible. I don't know exactly all the things that Shovel Knight could do. If we cause distraction and like with the orcs as well, would it be possible to like swing around, drop Shovel Knight off on the orc side and try to like make a path for the orcs
Burrow
to get
in.
through?
Yeah, we've come from the air. Now let's come from the ground. They wouldn't be expecting it.
Let's come
Are you
from
talking
both
a
at the
tunnel,
same
or are you
time.
talking to just have him raise the trenches to ground
That's
level?
kind of what I was.
That would be
thinking.
easy. That'd be much easier and much faster for him to do.
Okay.
But yes, he could do either of those things with some time and some guarding.
How much time do you think it would make or take for him to like make a tunnel for the orcs to get through?
Look, man,
Because if anything, we could
a tunnel that cavalry can ride through is going to take time. A tunnel that stegosaurs and
Yeah.
rhinos and, you know, big beasts with riders can go
month.
through.
So we're looking at like 20 minutes?
So I'm here in 20 minutes.
You're looking at a month for, like, you know, 2 lanes of traffic maybe.
Because what I was thinking is if that's like our plan, if that's what we wanted to do, we could have just sent Shovel Knight.
And we didn't.
I think we're a little past that moment.
Okay. So then in that case, yeah, I guess raising the trenches.
Yeah.
And like
it would
he
it would
attacks-
take a good couple of minutes, but with, you know, an ongoing battle going on, that's quick.
Ongoing, going on.
Yeah, ongoing going on.
Like,
So
we
we
like
can
20 minutes?
deploy on like
So
one
we
of
can
the
have-
tallest towers.
Yeah,
we can
say
have
20.
him-
down
Fuck
the
it.
battle ranges outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we can drop off Shovel Knight to push with the orcs. That'll be his plan.
Okay, so you
And-
start kind of swinging around
Yeah.
and taking a quick dip down.
Yeah. We'll
Let 'em
we'll
off.
meet up with the orcs and
Toss them off
then
the boat.
Yeah.
catch.
Circle back around.
Yeah, and then circle back around. I think we should try to do as much damage from the air before going in. Like, I guess mostly considering, like, you know, dragon. And then we either, like, with the bombings and everything else that we got going on, if we can clear a spot for us to jump off and land, like, inside of the fort, that way we can be dissenting in there while the orcs are coming in from the other side.
Can you just like swoop me onto a tower? And we'll just work our way down the tower.
If that's what you want.
That's what I want. Yeah.
I feel like we've
have
been here before.
I don't
a
see an issue
crown
with
of
that.
blasting, and I blast a hole into the side of the tower, so we can just.
Boom.
So that's your door.
That's the door.
I do want to try out my my new portable hole. And just like as we fly over, I want to like slap it to the side of the ship and just like open it up as like grenades and alchemist fire just rain.
It's just
out
the
of it.
only thing you've ever thought to put in there.
Well, I mean, because I just
Currently,
got
yeah.
it, and like
I know.
yeah.
Alchemist fire
Just got
bombs
it,
a
man.
little teddy bear.
I've just had the whole
Dark
this
Mage
entire month just
Stuffins!
open,
The
so that,
contents
like,
of Adora's
anybody-
room. Of Illuma's room, sorry.
So that like everybody, like the mages and anybody who's like actually working on making this stuff has just like been throwing stuff in there for like this, and like there could be any mix of like dangerous,
Just dangerous bullshit.
yeah, that's just gonna pour out and just chaos, and then
A
we'll
couple of
go
training
in.
flails, a small horse.
That's called a pony.
A single spear.
Masterwork,
It's a masterwork spear.
obviously.
Yeah, and then we find a tall tower and bust our way in and make our way down, I guess.
Fantastic. Yeah,
That's
you take a short while doing some bombing runs. It's not as effective as perhaps you would like. It
They're
does
prepped
seem
for
that
this now.
that there are like, basic enchantments on all the tents and stuff to be resistant to fire, to not catch stuff like that. So the alchemist fire, you probably catch some guys out in the open and injure, if not potentially like support staff and squires and stuff. You could outright kill with that.
But they're looking at us while the orcs move in.
And they are, yeah, you do get a good deal of distraction. I assume while you're doing that bombing, you're flying well out of like retaliatory spell range,
Yeah.
which also means that the likes of like Grugnug and stuff can't.
Yeah,
Meteors
no,
shower down
Grugnug
on them.
will, like,
Grugnug
he'll,
will have
he'll
to
take
wait.
in, yeah, once we get off and
Yeah.
land and everything.
We've got drones for the retaliatory spells.
You've got a couple drones.
We got slice.
The amount of spell work that you're starting to see, and that Grugnug, Derek, and now even Mark are willing to point out here. There's a lot. This is a very magical place.
Too bad
Well, we
someone
got some
killed
good
our
old-
child who dispelled magic.
Wasn't me.
I have to spell my.
I mean,
You have
That's a targeted. That's not the same.
yeah, she did a bubble.
She did a huge bubble of dispel
I'm
magic.
just saying.
You're very cool too.
Yeah,
Reese.
no,
I'm so
and-
proud of you.
I'm a
yeah,
dragon.
So dope.
It might be all magical and everything, but we got good old fashioned frag grenades.
Yeah.
Fuck this, you fucking wizard.
Do you use your second transformation, East, to dragon as this assault, or are you going to enter this as the man?
We have to get into the tower, right?
You do have to get into the tower, but I just mean like if you want to take like some ice passes and stuff like that. If you want numerically for your dragon form to affect this front part, you're gonna have to use that second transformation. Realistically, time wise, I'm being a little over generous with you,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not gonna give you strafing runs and stuff.
No, you just instead of me using my crown of blasting, you just drag it
rip
into
it
the
open.
wall, and then
And then that's
transform,
it.
and then poof.
Sure.
So,
Does that work for you? Into tower.
so I have my second
So you
transformation.
still have your second
Sure.
one.
Yeah,
'Kay.
that works for me.
Worked last time, we'll do it again.
Who
Yeah,
is
we have an exit plan.
who is breaching team?
The squad
Yeah.
and I mean
That's
Mark.
it, because that's everybody who can fit on a dragon. Everybody else is.
Well, the ship can pull up close.
For just a second.
It's a swing by.
Have some fucking ODST drops in this bitch, you know.
Okay, if that's
Yeah.
the case, then we'll bring Mark with us. And I think, what's the range on George these days?
Not crazy,
Then she should come with us.
and it is just kind of how Alia functions.
And then
Is she
Mo,
functions with.
because everybody else is gonna be ranged.
We could have initial breach and have secondary drop.
So if we get
We just
I
come in
want
and get the clear. They drop in the same tower.
I want
you know,
Mo on the first in the group for the first breach.
gas
Uh-huh.
out the tower.
Because
Gas him out.
yeah. Because if we go in through the top, he could just gas it down.
I am the gas.
You
man.
said breach and clear.
Exactly.
Smoke out.
He's just holding him in dragon form, just like squeezing.
It's like bellows. there, buddy.
Yes.
You go down, you tear open the tower. Mo absolutely saturates what he can
Yes.
of the first couple of rooms. You circle back around and come back after the gas has settled.
I could probably blow it out.
Yeah, and when
Like
we
a candle.
and when we come back from our 5-minute break, initiatives.
Yes, sir.
We will be back shortly.
I love you.
Listen, man. Listen, or whatever gender, accessible. Just do it. Like, comment, subscribe. Just fucking do it.